I'm reminded of a famous expression. The storm whispers to the warrior that you cannot withstand my strength. And the warrior whispers back, I am the storm. Our lineage and our legacy hails back to Athens, to Rome, to Philadelphia, to Monticello. Our ancestors built the cities. They produced the art and architecture. They built the industry. Erica stands on the shoulders of thousands of years of warriors. They cannot imagine what they have awakened. They cannot conceive of the army that they have arisen in all of us. You have nothing. You are nothing. You are wickedness. You are jealousy. You are envy. You are hatred. You are nothing. You can build nothing. You can produce nothing. You can create nothing. We are the ones who build. We are the ones who create. We are the ones who lift up humanity. You thought you could kill Charlie Kirk?
Welcome back, class. Today's topic, Nazi Jews. I know. That's crazy. Almost an oxymoron. Nazi Jews. And today's word is Mitzling. We're going to get into it, but let's look at this word. Mitzling was a pejorative legal term which was used in Nazi Germany to denote persons of mixed Aryan and non-Aryan, such as Jewish ancestry, as they were classified by the Nuremberg racial laws in 1935. Keep that in mind, because we're about to go down a list today. Because we might think we got a few of these extreme right-wing Jews that are spouting some craziness, spouting Nazi propaganda, keep black people's name in their mouths, and you ask how could they be spitting that rhetoric? But it ain't nothing new. There was Nazi Jews in the Nazi party. And before we get to the little homie here, Stephen Miller, let's go down the line, because it ain't nothing new. All right. Look at this. These are some of the top people in the Nazi party who have Jewish ancestry. Arhard Mix, first degree. Mitzling. He was half Jewish, and he was field marshal. Pretty high up. Helmut Wilberg, first degree Mitzling, another half Jew, a general in the Luftwaffe, strategic planning. This man was at the height of the Nazi party, a general of the Luftwaffe, which is the Air Force, and in strategic planning, and he's half Jewish. And he knows for a fact that his people was getting thrown in camps and massacred, and he still stood up there at the front of the party and led Nazism. That's insane. Insanity. Bernhard Rogge, Vice Admiral. Damn near a general. Vice Admiral. Second degree Mitzling. Jewish grandparent. Man probably grew up speaking Jewish. Hebrew. Emil Maurice. Jewish ancestry, a quarter. An early member of the Nazi party and chauffeur to Hitler. Let me tell you about this guy right here. A founding member of the Nazi party, was partially Jewish and Hitler's right-hand man. Let's look at his profile on Wiki real quick. Founding member of the Schutzstaffel, the SS. He was Hitler's first personal chauffeur, Hitler's right-hand man, and one of few people of mixed Jewish and ethnic German ancestry to serve in the SS. Maurice was considered as a German and neither a Jew nor a Mitzling under the Nuremberg laws, but was still given the status of honorary Aryan by Hitler for the racial stringent SS. A watchmaker by trade, Maurice was a close early associate of Adolf Hitler. Their friendship dated back to 1919 when they both were members of the German Workers' Party. Hitler later in his book Mein Kampf mentions one fight in particular from November 1921 where Maurice was at the forefront of the SA unit during the fighting. A founding member of the SS before the Nazi party was even formed, what would become of it, was a partial Jew. That's how crazy this shit is. Look at this picture right here. You can even look in this picture when you see old boy Hitler and his friends there. You can even tell if I say pick out the Jew in the picture, which one you think possibly is. You could look and tell. And there's some hearsay that Hitler probably has some partial Jewish ancestry. It is absolutely crazy. Crazy. You think that's crazy, right? That's crazy. Look at this one. Look at this next one. Werner Goldberg. Werner Goldberg, his picture was put on the front page of their main magazine. It would be like Life magazine. He was put on the picture of what a German soldier should look like. The perfect German. This is the perfect German, and he's half Jewish. He knew exactly what was going on to his people, that they were being rounded up. And he had Jews in his family. And he went along with that crazy-ass white supremacist Nazi ideology anyway, and said nothing about his own people getting rounded up. We are going to get to why in a minute. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. So you got to ask, you know, what is wrong with these people? The thing about white supremacy, man, it's an exclusive group. They make it exclusive. It's like the snooty fox. You can't anyone just get in, so everybody wants to be a part of it. Everybody wants to be a part of it. And that's why a lot of people come with this anti-blackness, because if you hate black people, then they think that's a requirement to get into whiteness. That's why people come over here, Indians, whoever else, and they hate African Americans and they hate on us because of that. And the crazy thing about it is we might not be white, but we still got a seat at the table. See, we're boss's dog, and a lot of them are jealous of that. And they want that. They want to get cheered like Emmitt Smith and all these sports stars and Kobe Bryant. They want to get cheered and loved. See, we have a dog position, but as long as we keep that dog position and submit, we are beloved. And these people who have money and intelligence, like Stephen Miller, like these Jews, these Nazi Jews, they want it. They want to be part of that more than anything. So what do? They stand up there and they spit all types of white supremacist rhetoric, and they just hope to be accepted. Even if other white people sit up here and talk about Jews all day, all Jews and Israel and yada, 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 they'll hide out and lie and say they're not even Jews, which is crazy. Now, my thing about that is, I ain't gonna go Kanye West and go full on Jew hatred, because I do know good Jews. I work with Jews that are good. It's just like anybody else. But that ideology of, I want to be white, so let me attack black people, it's there, and we got to call it out. It's very insane. And one of the main people who lead this, it's not just them. There's a bunch of Nazi Jews. I'll stick Ben Shapiro in there. He's a little too right wing. Stephen Miller, or as I like to call him, Stephen Millerstein. Let's pull him up. Stephen Miller, born 1985, August 23rd, in Santa Monica, California. Yeah, that West Coast is real racist. Ask anybody who's from out there. Listen, his parents were Michael and Miriam, a traditional Jewish name, Miller. And I wonder about that Miller name. Michael was a lawyer and a real estate investor, while Miriam was a social worker. They were Democrats with conservative views. Miller is of Eastern European Jewish descent through his mother and father, who were grandchildren of Jews who escaped persecution. That's insane. You know about them Jews in Russia. They were chased out of there. So his ancestors was chased out of Europe, almost thrown into camps. And what does he do knowing that? He joins white supremacists and starts kicking this anti-black rhetoric and talking all this mess. You know who he's talking about in that speech. He's talking about us. They've never built anything. We built Rome. We built Greece. What Jew built Rome or Greece? I'll argue that more Africans, black Africans, fought as part of the Roman army than Jews. Jews were paper workers there. Josephus. You kept the paperwork there. We actually fought in the military. I'm not even proud of that, but I'm just saying. So what are you even talking about? They be talking all this crazy mess. We are warriors. He up there, he was quoting Nazis. He was up there quoting Heinrich Himmler with that warrior stuff. He's quoting Nazis. White supremacy is insane. So we see Candace Owens, and we see all that craziness of them spitting all this white supremacist rhetoric and attacking black people because she just wants to be accepted. But it's not just black people, it's everyone. It's the Mexicans, it's the Indians, it's the Orientals, the Asians, and it's even Jews who were almost, they had it worse than us. They were almost driven to extinction. And you know what this boy goes and does? He becomes one of the most extremist white supremacists that we have out today. Literally quoting Nazis. Let me pull up another one of his quotes he said. He said, "I did not mean to come across as harsh. It's just that this is all I care about. I don't have a family. I don't have anything else. This is my life." The guy is a fucking loser. And he's accepted that. And the only thing that he has in life, like many of them, is white supremacy. Accept me as white, and let me take out my anger on this black people and just accept me as white. You know the crazy thing that Kanye shit taught me? When Kanye was going ape shit on them Jews, white people were cheering him on and love him. They bought his CD, and nobody black went out and bought that bullshit. We could literally go KKK neo-Nazi on the Jews and just go real harsh. A lot of white supremacists really respect Farrakhan. And this is no diss to Farrakhan, but Farrakhan, he knows about this thing, about this anti-blackness within some Jewish sectors. And they praise him for that. We could turn up on their asses and get love and respect from white people. Possibly reparations if we really start going in their ass. But that ain't me, I ain't with that just yet. But people we gotta watch about, man. The guy's name is Stephen Miller, and his name is Stephen Millerstein. And let everybody know, this guy is a Jew, an anti-black, and a Nazi Jew. Worst of all, another enemy of the blacks. But y'all stay up, man. They are really rattling the sabers. You need to get around some black people, man. I done told y'all, and y'all need to get the shit ready. These cowards are putting it up, but we are going to fight back. So you let everybody know about this guy, Stephen Millerstein. A Jew. A Nazi Jew. Y'all stay up, one.